Mass Movement in the spotlight.
Tonight we're very lucky to be joined by Paul Van Dyk. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Now, I never in a million years thought I would get to say that I'm in the backseat of a car with you, but since the case. I didn't even get you drunk. This was pretty easy. So how's the tour been going?
Very good, actually. Been to a lot of phenomenal places, like great crowds. And
what's the one gig that stands out in your mind as like, wow, those people are just crazy?
Apparently they have all been like really crazy in a positive way, so a big phenomenal tour.
Well, it's great to hear. Let's rewind a little for people and talk about the early days, growing up in Germany when, things were very different. Kind of talk a little just how that influenced you as a child.
Well, obviously when I grew up, like there wasn't any electronic music around. I think it was in sort of 85 when I heard the first sort of sounds that we probably would call early sort of, electronic dance music or whatever you want to call it.
And radio played a really important role when you were younger, just introducing you to music. You would listen to, I guess, radio that wasn't allowed on the other side.
Yeah, since I grew up in East Germany, obviously we didn't have any record stores or magazines that would feature any of my favorite artists. So the only way for me was to illegally listen to West Berlin radio stations.
So let's talk about your radio show. What is VONIC? Explain that to everybody.
We have shows from Carl Cox, Steve Porter, it's like, tons of people, myself, of course, and many more.
And where did the name originate?
Basically, it's, like phono, like the turntables, and Alexa in my office came up with it, and I think that was a very creative move.
You guys were just playing Scrabble one night, and those were the letters you were left with?
No, this is how the name Vended came about. That was a Scrabble game and a lot of red wine.
I love how the red wine is always involved somewhere in the story.
It's like, somehow the red wine cuts through.
Now, this is a really important year in America, and in 2004 you played a really big role in Rock the Vote. And you were the first non-American, the first DJ to take part in this. What made you so interested in politics to take part of this?
I'm very involved in politics, and then, we found a different way of presenting the whole idea about democracy and going to elections and sign up for voting. Obviously, the outcome of the elections 4 years ago wasn't really what I had in mind.
I don't think any of us had that in mind. Do you have a favorite so far this year?
It's very difficult to say.
It's a weird race.
It's because the thing is that if you look at the healthcare policies of Obama, they're not going to work, period, because, in order to actually do something or bring a substantial change to the healthcare system in America, you have to work with the pharmaceutical industry. If you actually say you're not going to work with any lobbyists, you don't have any possibility of changing it. The other thing is you have McCain, who's obviously a Republican. They're actually responsible for all the mess, you guys had in the last 8 years, including the war, the economy down and all that. So why would he be the one changing it? Then his running mate, she said she's a hockey mom. I don't want a hockey mom being like, the number 2 person in the world. What I can say is, I support democracy, so go out and vote whoever you want to vote for.
Yes, get out there, make your voice heard. It's very, very important. Let's just talk about one song on the album that I really, really liked, Haunted. And where did that come about? And then we'll check it out.
It's, I was working with Alexander Pearl, who's a songwriter from New York, and we just came up with that track. It's just easy as this.
Well, let's check out the album version now. Thank you so much for joining us, Paul Van Dyk.
Putting the world's biggest stars at your fingertips. The Mass Movement with Joe Bermudez.
What's up? This is Paul Van Dyk, and you are now a part of the Mass Movement with Joey Bermudez.
When the light comes in on our pair of reflections, I resist coming onto you, for the night protects all that we've invested. I've invested in you, 'cause I'm haunted. My call is without words, without a way to say. I could never walk away, 'cause I'm You are the rise that falls from my obsession. You're the last to know. You've arrived to my confession. Oh God, all I have to show. You back, despite the way I try to forget, it's still the same. And I'm haunted, my call is without words, without a way to say. I could never walk away, 'cause I'm haunted, I wanted to get you back, despite the way I try to forget, it's still the same. And I'm haunted, my call is without words, without a way to say. I could never walk away.
Be a part of the movement at massmovementradio.com.